couple times we floating through. I gotta ask you a couple questions. How many kids are too many kids for somebody who's donating sperm? Think about that. Also, should we be concerned about hand scan technology that lets you pay for your food just scanning your hand? Are you worried about that? Also, would you buy diamonds that were grown in the lab? We about to talk about all that, sports, music, and more. That's coming up. You kicking it with KC. Come on, man. Popular topics that may or may not be talked about in the news. Starting first with Pop Top, yours truly, KCMC, 10 plus years on the radio. We going. Listen, checking out. My man's is out here donating sperm. This is coming from foxnews.com. A prolific Dutch sperm donor who allegedly fathered over 500 children worldwide now faces a lawsuit over potential incest risks. The DonorKind Foundation filed the lawsuit claiming Jonathan Jacob Meijer misled clinics about the extent of his activities, endangering the psychological well-being of his children and increasing the risk of incest. Guidelines permit a person to 25 offspring or 12 women, to prevent potential incest issues. Now, Meijer faces charges of acting unlawfully. Mothers helped launch the lawsuit, with one stating that going to court was the only way to protect her child. My man's out here just doing his due diligence, giving women what they want, which is sperm, right? So they say he allegedly lied. All right, okay, and so what? Now you think it's a crime that he's donating sperm? Now let me say this. Let's say you work at the sperm clinic and you got sperm sitting on the counter. A woman say, I want some sperm. You looking and all the sperm is on the counter, on the shelf, but it's labeled with a name. Are you going to continuously go back to that same name? Or maybe it's something about this man, specifically that all these clinics chose to continuously use that man's name. Or maybe he lied about, his credentials. Maybe the clinic should do a better job of doing their due diligence on the people that's donating sperm. Also, my mans, you out here donating that much sperm to over 500 kids? You ain't getting no ass at all? None in real life? That's what I'm concerned about. Like, I don't even want to call it masturbation. I want to clean up my act. I want to say, you out here throwing knuckleballs like that 500 times, donating, and you ain't even getting paid, bro. You donating sperm. Come on, bro. Come on, man. The internet is free. These websites, the porn sites are free, bro. What are you doing they're probably giving you magazines. I mean, I don't know, but still, man. I'm just saying, my man's is out here throwing 500 knuckleballs for the free ski. And then these clinics ain't doing their due diligence. And these women, y'all need sperm. You went to the sperm clinic. Now you mad because they all got the same dad? Is he a bad father? Well, who cares? You went to the sperm clinic. I don't think nothing is wrong. My man should win a lawsuit. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. We switching up the topics real quick. This next one is talking about hand scanning technology that was recently introduced at Panera Bread. This is coming from NPR.org. NPR.org. So Amazon's new palm reading payment technology, Amazon One, is being tested in 2 Panera Bread locations in St. Louis, Missouri. Customers can link their My Panera loyalty membership to their Amazon One account and then use their palm to be greeted and make purchases, limiting interactions with staff members. Panera Bread hopes to expand the test to at least 10 cafes with at least 20 locations participating. Despite criticism regarding Amazon One's safety, Panera took a chance on the high-tech innovation. The trial will run and determine whether or not it's worth using in more locations, Panera says. Are you concerned about the privacy of Amazon One hand scanning technology? Would you use it? That's the question. If you felt like it was easier for you to just scan your hand, beep, you get your food is already paid for. Would you do it? That's the question at hand right now. I feel like, why do we have Apple Pay? Ain't that why we bought like Apple Pay into the picture? Because we didn't want to like get physical money and do stuff like that? That's what I thought. So now, if you want to put it in your hand, what is that really doing? I guess, and just in case you forget your phone now, right? People bring their phone everywhere. Who gonna forget their phone? Now you saying in case you lose your wallet or forget your wallet, and in case you forget your phone, you can scan with your hand. I feel like that's unnecessary. Amazon is already under some type of criticism. I don't know if they're facing lawsuits because they failed to tell Amazon Go shoppers and their Amazon Go grocery stores that their face is being scanned with their facial recognition technology. Now they're facing either criticism. I know they're facing criticism, but I believe they're facing lawsuits also. How about that? Now, the thing about it is, let's be honest. The thing about all this is, why are they trying to gather people's information? Why are these companies trying to get your data, your information, your facial recognition, your patterns, your location, this and that? That's because they want to sell it to businesses for advertisement. If they know where you go, if they know what you like to buy, if they know what you like to wear, if they know what you like to drive and your thoughts, they can advertise certain specific deals to you and your thoughts and your locations. Let's say you just happen to fly to California, or you fly to Florida or Texas, and you say, oh man, we got to think of some good barbecue places out here, or some good Hispanic, Mexican restaurants out here. Your phone picks that up, so now you scrolling on Instagram, because you ain't really looking for no place, but you scrolling on Instagram though. You ain't looking on Google, but you scrolling on Instagram. Now you see those barbecue restaurants. They got the 2-for-1 deals. You see those Mexican restaurants. They got the Cinco de Mayo deals right in your area. That's because they've been picking up your data, picking up your location. Now they advertising to you. Does that sound like the worst idea? I don't think so. With that being said, I don't think we should be worried about privacy unless you out here selling bricks, bro. Unless you really out here moving keys, you shouldn't be worried about them knowing your data, your location. Especially if you're an average American citizen. Average being somebody that ain't moving bricks or doing something illegal, I should say. Breaking the law. For real breaking the law. Other than that, you really shouldn't be worried about social media tracking your data information. I think this is overhyped. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. We're talking about this lab-grown diamonds that's been very popular now. This is coming from yahoonews.com. Lab-made diamonds are becoming more popular with consumers due to their affordability and ethical benefits. Brilliant Earth, a jewelry company, reports that lab-grown diamonds have the same properties as mined diamonds, but without the conflict and ethical concerns. According to the International Gem Society, lab-grown diamonds cost 30% less than traditional mined diamonds with similar qualities. In December of 2022, lab-grown diamonds accounted for 15.7% of all engagement rings sold in the United States of America. Beth Gernstein, the CEO of Brilliant Earth, believes not most shoppers buy diamonds for emotional value, regardless of whether they are natural or lab-grown. Is there any truth to that, though? Ladies, this is your opportunity to be honest. Do you really care whether or not it is lab-grown or traditionally mined? Do you really care about that? If it's an engagement ring coming from somebody that you really love, especially if they told you, baby, this is a lab-grown diamond. It would usually run $10,000. I got it for $7,000. Would you really even care? Would you want to get that diamond back? See, that's what they're really saying. Especially in situations of engagement rings, or if you're buying somebody a diamond, it's usually somebody that you love. So there should be some type of emotional value attached to that. With that being said, ladies, do you care about lab-grown diamonds? Would you accept one? Fellas, would you buy lab-grown diamonds? Feel like if you meet a woman and you tell her this is a lab-grown diamond and she ain't with it, you need to quit it. Get up out of there ASAP. That means she really more materialistic than you probably thought or hoped for or would have liked for. Do you want a chick like that for the rest of your life? Some dudes really cool with that. Really want to take that girl to the Gucci store, the Louis store, the Dior store, all this other stuff. Buy them this and that, real diamonds. But then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, have a problem when that girl act a certain way about money. Listen, this is what I'm saying. These lab-grown diamonds, I feel, are a true test to your love, to what the symbolism of an engagement ring or a marriage ring really means. This is the true test of that. They're saying 15.7% of all engagement rings in the U.S. as of December 2022 are out there right now. That's grown from what? I think like 7-11% the year before. Listen, these are going to become more popular, believe it or not. So are you with lab-grown diamonds? I think they're the new wave. Let's roll with it. There's probably only so many real diamonds, and it takes so much labor. The value of it is really priced on how much we perceive it to be, how much they really want to sell it for. Value versus price, two different things. But just let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments and call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, baby. We about to talk about music real quick in the audio audit. I got a couple projects I listened to recently. Hit Boy, Surf or Drown. Listen to this on YouTube Music. No endorsement. Shout out to YouTube, though. 11 tracks, 33 minutes. 11 tracks of actual songs. Now, in case you didn't hear that, I did say Hit Boy. A known, well-known music producer, a successful music producer at that. He put out a project that he actually rapped on. I didn't realize it was him rapping till halfway through the project. Got a bunch of features on there, respectful features. He has his solo songs on there too, but I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. He got a feature with Nas called The Tide. That stood out to me. Corsa featuring Dom Kennedy. I like that song. That was nice. That stood out to me. Tony Fontana 3 featuring Currency. New Wave featuring Devin Morrison. Never heard of him, but that was a nice song. That stood out. Slipping Into Darkness featuring Alchemist, where they both made each other a beat and they both rapped over each other beat all in the same song. It was pretty nice. And then Composure Part 2. I think that was one of his solo tracks. All nice songs that stood out to me. That was 6 songs out of 11 that stood out to me. You shoot more than 50% from the field at this point, Hit Boy. That was on the first listen. The beats were nice. The hooks were decent. The features were nice. I'm not mad at it. Quick listen, 33 minutes. And he also has instrumentals to those same tracks all in one project, making it 21 total. It was just only one track. The intro track, he didn't have an instrumental to. But 10 instrumental tracks, making it 21 tracks total. I'm like, yo, this is a dope project. As an artist myself, I liked it. Those beats give me inspiration. Top industry, professional industry, leading producer, actually leaving his beats and instrumentals on there for other artists to get inspired by. I love that. Gotta respect it. Hit Boy, Surf or Drown. I like this project. Let me know what you think about Hit Boy as an artist. Let me know what you think about Surf or Drown as a project. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. I got another project that I listened to actually. And we're gonna check this out too. This is an R&B side. Black. A lot of people call him 6 Lack. His project was called Since I Have a Lover. Listen to this on YouTube Music, also no endorsement. Shout out to YouTube. 19 tracks, 58 minutes. I like my projects to be between 30 and 45 minutes. 30 minutes, it's not too short that I don't take it serious. 45 minutes, it's not too long that I don't lose my attention. This was an hour long, 58 minutes. Too damn long if you ask me. Definitely, at one point, I just felt like I was listening to the same song continuously. So with that being said, it was too long, and the songs weren't varied enough. If you're gonna make it this long, your songs need to be different tempo, different voice, completely different instrumental, so that it almost kind of disrupts the flow. Almost. If you're going to make it this long. Nowadays, your projects got to be short. It's only one song that stood out to me out of all of them. That was called Talk Back. I really don't even have notes on that. I think it was a nice beat, nice hook. Other than that, nothing stood out out of 19 tracks. One song stood out. I'm not a big fan of this project. With that being said, maybe I missed something. Maybe I need to listen to it again. But let me know what you think about Black as an artist, about Since I Have a Lover as a project. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up. Yeah, man, we talking about TV shows and movies that we recently saw. And scenes I saw, Corn Stream. So we watched You, season 4 on Netflix. No endorsement. So this is a series about a man, white man, gotta be descriptive, who falls in love with women ultimately, and then he gets so obsessed with them that he kills them. That sounds crazy as hell, right? So check this out. That being said, this is 4 seasons of this. Season 3 ends with him falling in love with this black woman, and then she flies off to Paris. He follows her over there. That's what season 4 is about. The black woman wasn't even shown until like the first episode, a couple flashbacks, and then the last episode. So other than that, it was about storylines that was completely irrelevant, that just took us for a loop. It was just dumb. Makes you wonder what happened with the cast in between then, that the writers had to write this BS. One end, what I will say is, it's a story about redemption. Everybody deserves a second chance. You can make the choice to start over if you want to. You know what I'm saying? That's one perspective, making it seem like, he killed these women, but he fell in love with them. And at the end, he felt bad. He realized what he was doing, and he wanted to turn over a new leaf and be a good guy. Even attempted to kill himself, but it didn't work. He ended up surviving or getting rescued and marrying some rich white woman in Paris and surviving and taking advantage of his power ultimately. So thinking of it, looking at it from a different perspective, I see this as another story of a white man getting away with murder, getting romanticized, so that people in the audience falls in love with him, feels bad for him because he's the main character and he has a heart. He doesn't mean to do it. He's doing it out of love. Does the victims feel bad about that? Does the families of the victims feel that same empathy for this man? No. I don't think that. You don't deserve remorse if you're harming or killing people. That's what you don't deserve it for. This story also, in another way, kind of shows that the rich people control the narrative, which we all know. YouTube controls whether or not this video even sees people, by the way. So with that being said, there's a bunch of perspectives. Ultimately, life imitates art, art imitates life. With that being said, breaking it down, life imitates art. People in real life will imitate the things that they see on television, movies. People will probably see this and feel like it's okay to kill out of love. Or if I have a heart, I did it because I love them. Feel bad. I've been a good person outside of that. People will feel like that. On the other end, art imitating life. This is movies and TV shows really just taking what's happening in real life and probably dramatizing it to the 10th power to make a very interesting story. It's not for you to take serious. It's Hollywood. But those are my two perspectives. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch, man. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man's Pots and Pans. Let's get into it. We talking about the NBA first and foremost. I might be a day behind with this, but check this out. The Milwaukee Bucks, Drew Holiday scored 51 points against the Pacers. In the last episode, we talked about NBA players scoring 50 or more points is becoming more common in the NBA now than it has in the 1965-1966 season, when it was only two games per season where players were scoring 50 or more points. As of right now, there's been at least 24 games this season with players scoring 50 or more points. But congratulations to Drew Holiday. Kevin Durant returned to the Suns lineup against the Timberwolves on Wednesday, where he actually had 16 points. He missed 10 games prior to that due to a sprained ankle. Not too bad, but it's something to be careful of. Phoenix Suns, we'll talk about where they stand in the Western Conference coming up. New York Knicks forward Julius Randle out at least 2 weeks also with a sprained ankle. The Knicks two-time All-Star forward will be reevaluated in 2 weeks, so he's out at least 2 weeks. He's going to be reevaluated. If he's good, they'll probably go ahead and put him in the game. Probably limited, and he's going to be put into the game, or he's going to be out 2 weeks, so the playoffs are going to be starting by then. Maybe he'll make the first round, and they're going to need him for the first round. So we'll see. He's out at least 2 weeks. Then you got the Nets. They ruled out Ben Simmons for the rest of the season, which is really just, another week of the regular season. Then it's the playoffs. Brooklyn is in the playoffs. But check this out. He's beginning rehab on his back. Something Jalen Rose has been questioning since he joined the Nets. How did he pass a physical with an injured back? Makes no sense. Makes you feel like there's something deeper going on behind the scenes, right? Obviously. But anyway, Ben Simmons out, not contributing to the team. A lot of people are surprised, disappointed. What do you expect? He acting like skin. Raptors Chris Boucher thinks that sports betting has worsened because an NBA fan gave him some crazy criticism. Let me be honest. He said a fan actually said, quote, "I chose the wrong slave today." He said they literally sent that message to him. Well, they didn't say this in person, but they said this to him over the internet. He said he was upset. The fan was upset because he only scored 5 points in that game. He needed 10 to cash in his bet. Bradley Beal, Washington Wizards, another player, reportedly being investigated by Orlando Police Department over an alleged altercation with 2 fans. And he's gotten into it with fans before. But the police report says one of the 2 individuals he got into it with targeted Bradley Beal over losing a $1,300 bet, which also made Bradley Beal confront the man, and he swatted his hand and made his hat kind of like fly off his head. So now the man is pressing charges against Bradley Beal. Now, what I got to say about that is this. I also agree and believe that sports betting is contributing to some type of corruption. It is making fans crazier, along with fans trying to get involved and make players cuss them out or get involved and get some type of technical foul to affect the game also. Fans are affecting the game in the NBA. Let's just say it. They are affecting players. Sports betting isn't making it any better. There's money involved now. Fans are at the game, making bets, seeing these players. I think the NBA, specifically in other professional sports, should do a better job at maintaining this. Also, on the other side of that, I got to say, Bradley Beal, you was about dumb as hell for actually swatting this man hat off, whether you intended to or not, and hitting it off. This man lost $1,300 losing on a bet with you. He about to get that back and some with these charges. Now, I wouldn't want him to win, but honestly, if you swatted me and knocked my head off, I'm gonna say you tried to kill me. I'm gonna say you tried to kill me, and I fear for my life. I'm about to get that $1,300 back. I'm about to get that money I bought for them seats back. All them apparel that I bought, I'm about to get that back. I'm about to pay for a new iPhone and all that. That's what you get. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Speaking of the Eastern and the Western Conference rankings, though, going from 5 to 1. 5 in the Eastern Conference. New York Knicks. Number 4, the Cleveland Cavs. Number 3, the Philly 76ers. Number 2, Boston Celtics. Number 1, Milwaukee Bucks. In the West, number 5, Los Angeles Clippers. Number 4, Phoenix Suns. Number 3, Sacramento Kings. Clinched the first winning season since 2006, by the way. Gotta applaud them coming from being a mid-level to a small-level town or market and actually doing a difference at number 3 in the West. Number 2, Memphis Grizzlies, which I'm still asking, how is the tennis Memphis Grizzlies in the Western Conference? They're number 2. And then number 1, Denver Nuggets, number 1 in the West. Who you got winning it all, man? Let me know right now. With that being said, go off in the live chat in the comments. The playoffs start April 6th, or you can call into the show, 313-466-4386. Switching it up real quick, talking about the NFL. So the NFL, nothing real big to talk about, but we are talking about, they announced that teams can now play 2 Thursday night football games in one season. It used to only be 1. Now they're letting you play 2, which means sometimes you can end up with a short season. If you didn't know, Thursdays start off a brand new week. Mondays end the week. So you can play a game on Sunday for 1 week and then have to play another game on Thursday, giving you only, 3-4 days to rest after being hit and running down 200, 300-pound men on the field? Yeah, a lot of players are not happy about this. They're worried about their safety, their health. Me as a fan, I love it. Give me a game on Tuesday, too. That's just me thinking out loud from the stands of a sports fan. Also, Marvin Jones Jr. headed back to Detroit Lions, signed a 1-year deal for $3 million. He played between 2016 and 2020. Then he went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, played under Trevor Lawrence. I'm pretty sure he didn't like that. Now he's back with Detroit. Shout out to him getting that money. Even though I don't care as a fan, you getting money. Doesn't affect me at all. But also, speaking of football, keeping it moving real quick, talking about the USFL, that season officially starts in April. April starting tomorrow. April 1st is tomorrow. Today is the 31st, 2023. But other than that, moving on to college basketball, March Madness is under full effect right now. We are down to the Final Four. Final Four starts tomorrow, April 1st, Saturday. Florida Atlantic University appearing in the Final Four for the first time in school history. Against San Diego State, appearing in the Final Four for the first time in school history. They're going against each other. Then you got University of Miami appearing in the Final Four for the first time in school history. Against University of Connecticut. UConn. They've been there before. So we'll see how this is, man. I'll say my predictions for the national championship. FAU versus UConn. Even though I would love Miami to upset UConn. I would love Miami to upset UConn. And I would love for Miami to win it all, honestly. Other than that, I see UConn winning it all. That's just me. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show in regards to that. About to go into boxing, MMA real quick. Got somebody calling into the show. We're going to put them on decline real quick. Also, speaking on boxing real quick. Roy Jones Jr. is supposed to be fighting Anthony Pettis tomorrow, Saturday, April 1st. I don't know if that's still going on right now. I see it as an April Fool's joke because I don't want to watch that. That's just an exhibition, and that's just for them to get money. As a fan, I do not care about athletes doing things for them to get money. That is not putting money in my pocket. That is not doing anything for me entertainment-wise. If I'm watching boxing, my man, guess what I want to see? I don't want to see a nigga get knocked out. I don't want to see y'all in there sparring, bro. I don't want to see that. We can watch that on YouTube. Like, for real. People want to see Floyd Mayweather fight. I didn't want to see this man fight since 2016. I haven't taken a fight serious since then. You're not going to see a knockout. He's doing everything for him to get money. How does that benefit you as a fan? I'm sorry, I just had to go off on that, man. Gervonta Tank Davis against Ryan Garcia, April 22nd, 2023. That's the biggest fight of the year so far. Both undefeated. Somebody's going to have to lose that goose egg. Somebody's going to have to put a strike on the right-hand side of their record. That's all I'm saying. I think I'm rolling with Tank. Me and my girl, we think about heading to Chicago to see that fight. It ain't going to be in Chicago, but we think about going to Chicago, somewhere different. But let me know who you think. Let me know what you think. Who going to win that fight? Go off in the live chat in the comments or call them to the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. Thinking out loud real quick. So, I have this other podcast that I host on YouTube, Spotify, other platforms. I'm not gonna name the show. You do your due diligence, you find out. But I have to interview people every day, right? So, one of these people I have to interview, I did my research on them. Turns out, not only were they fired from a job for, posting an All Lives Matter during a Black Lives Matter protest or something like that, but they were also sued and taken to court for racial discrimination under their profession. Now the case ultimately was settled out of court, so it was, it's neither here nor there. But the point of the matter is, does that make someone racist? Those two cases being against a person and being one of the first things that you see when you Google the person, does that make them racist? Now, the average black person would say, yeah, it don't even take two of those cases. It probably takes the first one for the average black person to say, oh yeah, he's racist. But objectively speaking, is this just a white man just believing in what he believes in his world, in his environment? I don't want to get into the details, but I was just curious about this. Does that make him racist? As a black man, part of me want to say, yeah, I think so. And I think if somebody from my job even see this video, it probably put my job on the line. All right, I say it right there. I'd probably get fired. I don't know. But that's just me thinking out loud. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Or call them to the show. 313-466-4386. But don't call in because we about to get up out of here. Before we get up out of here, do me a favor. Kick it with KCMC on all social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all that. At KIWKCMC. That's Kick It with KCMC. Just the abbreviations. And shout out to my sponsor, Team Elite. Still being my sponsor after all this time. Team Elite. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Team Elite 313. That's at TEAMELITE313.com. Check out their premium urban-based athleisure wear. That's athletic leisure wear, athleisure. That means casual wear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece, joggers, sweatsuits, and varsity sets. A whole lot more. It's on their website, TeamElite313.com. Ask your mom, baby. Appreciate you for kicking it with KCMC, man. I had to do this episode again, low-key. This is take 2 because my audio wasn't right on the first one. But check this out. If you got this far in the video, I need you to do me a favor. Hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the share button. And if you got a couple dollars, donate to the show so we can grow. Right here. Appreciate you again. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We up out of here, dog.